Good morning, everybody. Gates Adams here with GACTradingPro.com. We're going to start off with standard risk disclosure. Futures trading involves risk. Please know what you're doing before you do it. You all know the drill there. All right. Welcome. Let me see if I can make sure everything is properly streaming here. May take a second. Why I try to get in about 5 minutes before open just to make sure everything is as it should be. And here we are, we're live. Awesome. Okay. So let's see here. I'm going to angle this over a little bit. I don't know if you can see this, but over here I have my ES chart up now. I'm going through the whole process here. Yesterday, no trades. It was a little frustrating for me, but of course I'm trying to, retain my composure because I know that I tend to get frustrated when things don't necessarily go the way that I want them to. And of course I want to take some trades. Number one, I want to be able to get things moving in the right direction so I can get my evaluation and start trading for money. The other thing, of course, is I want to, I want to be exciting for y'all. Now, all of this is pretty meaningless if I don't ever take any trades. Now, of course, the idea that I'm never going to take any trades is ridiculous. It's just a matter of what the market brings. And some days it's exciting and there's a lot of action, and some days it's not. And so I am working on that patience. But all of that said, I've got my ES chart up over here. As I mentioned yesterday, I am looking at a few more trades, just more of the foundational trades that basically were the fundamental pieces of like this little flame trade is what they're calling it. Not really a flame trade, but the little flame signal there. So in the interest of, doing reps, as they say, and working out, I need to take some trades. I need to see the fruit of the work that I've been doing to get clear on, on every aspect of this process. Which means that, if I go 2 or 3 days without a trade, it's I'm losing some of that momentum that I've tried to build up by getting into this process. So bear with me. I'm hoping that today is a little bit more fruitful. I'm not necessarily going to look at ES, but if I happen to see something over here that meets, any of the setups that I'm working with, then I'll see about executing it. I'm a little goosey about trying to go back and forth. It's probably a little early in the process to do that very effectively. But if it just turns out that there's absolutely nothing going on in YM, which is primarily what I'm trading right now, and I happen to see something over here, well, I'll glance. I'll take a look, and if it's if it's something that's viable and I catch it in time and it's not taking me away from anything significant over here, I'll try to bounce over and see if I can grab it. So that's kind of where I am today. And, as I mentioned, I've just kind of been going back and reviewing all the different trade setups that are the foundations. And while I had learned those before, it's been a while. And so fluidity is an issue. And quite frankly, when I was trading it last time, it wasn't great. I mean, it wasn't horrible, but I definitely didn't get to the consistency level that I was hoping for. So I'm not sure that my experience with them qualifies as, proper experience or knowledge or whatever the case may be. So even still here with that, kind of still working on that, ground zero, and building from here. So that's where I am today. I hope you guys are having a wonderful start to the day. And if you're trading, let me know what you're trading. Let me know how it's going for you. You guys can obviously see how it's going for me. So we're getting ready to kick off the official open here in a minute, which means that it'll be about 5 minutes before I really consider taking anything. Now, I really don't want anything over here on ES and this garbage. It's all choppy. I don't know if you guys can see that at all. And it looks like it's slightly uptrendy leading up into open, but nothing with any strength or significance, although it's decided that it wants to start well, not really a whole. This wasn't a super fast open like a lot of them have been, but it's moving. So let's see what the day holds. I do have my buds in. I'm in the trade room. I am hoping that my audio does what it's supposed to do, which would be to feed that audio into my ears. It's a paid trade room. It would not be appropriate for me to stream it. But it would be helpful for me to hear kind of what's going on over there. And hopefully we can have some interesting action today. So there you are. The other thing, and I'll get into it here in a little bit after we kind of get past the initial open and movement, I'm kind of working on some, I don't know, you call them cheat cards for the different trades that I'm doing, just to kind of keep everything. Well, first of all, I just want to recap them for myself. I think rewriting them out is a, great way to, remember and get more clear on all of the aspects of it. But also all the notes that I took, they're kind of all over the place. It's got tons and tons of information. Oh, hey, hold on. I'm in the trade room and it's coming into my ears. All right, so that situation seems to be, of course, now they're quiet again. That situation seems to be resolved. If I stop like that, it means that somebody's talking in my ear and I'm trying to listen to what they're saying, so just bear with me on that as well. All of this will clean up with time and experience because, as you know, still pretty inexperienced in all of this. So, off we go. Anyway, back to what I was saying is, so I'm kind of trying to make these little trade cards. I'm doing them digitally because that's just the way I operate. So I'll be doing them in the iPad. So during lulls when there's not really a whole lot of anything going on, I might be, knee deep in my iPad trying to kind of get these things all written out and cleared out. So
pretty good. How about you?
Maybe that'll be, and we'll see how much we can get done during the session. If not, then I got to do it after the session, and it takes time away from other things that I'm trying to get done as well. But I want to be careful not to take my focus away from what I'm doing here. Primarily what I'm doing here is not writing cheat cards, it's trading. So, for whatever it's worth.
Let me go through it. Yep, it's rule number 7.3.
Okay. So YM seems to be moving. Yes, it's moving a little, but
YM is just now hitting some big resistance. Did I see something up there about Powell speaking?
Let's see here. So we're solid reversal. Stop it, Gates. It's not 8:35 yet.
Did he have that on and is watching it?
Would have taken, but didn't really have time to evaluate properly because I really wasn't in that headspace.
When he's
so
done.
Got to do it. Got to stay out when I say I'm going to stay out.
Dark zone, Jack. We don't do anything. No YM.
And of course, that's what my mentor is saying in my ear right now.
That's a nice little setup.
Just had a thought. Fortunately, my mic is off in the trade room. I don't know that I can even turn it on, but
okay.
I would hate for that to be chattering in the trade room. They don't need to hear me. They need to hear people with experience. They need to hear people who know what they're doing.
Thanks, Dash. Thank you for the link, Augustino. I think that's maybe how you say that. If I butchered it, my apologies.
All right.
Lori, I'm here. I'm just trying to help a trader out in Skype on something.
What, you're multitasking? Yeah, I never do that.
Sorry, some of my
I'm trying to get him set up on Simplicity.
New dynamic. Looks like for all intents and purposes we're breaking through some of these heavy levels here, or potentially breaking through them anyway. If we close this bar, I guess we're broken. No, I guess the last bar broke through them, or broke them. 8:35. Officially ready to trade. ES has got a lot going on over here.
Okay, I gotta shut this off for a minute. My dog just told me I have a problem, and it's a problem. Hang on.
It wants to offer that up as a trade, but I don't like over here on ES. Don't I? Yeah, no cluster over here. Come on, Gates. Keep your head straight. Right. I will say over here on ES, we've got a very clear range going on here. And it looks like we may have tightened that range up before we get through much of anything else. But again, not where I'm focused. So fair to say we're trending up here. Not a lot of steam, it doesn't look like, as we go into a few heavy levels up here. Let's see here. I'm going to pop this leading up into...
Okay, I'm back. No, it was a fire. I had to put a fire out in the yard. So, anyway, all is well. That ends well. Thank goodness for dogs. Not a meteorite. Never a dull moment. That's why I don't ignore my dogs. They let me know when any little thing happens.
And are we going to break this low? It looks like we probably are. Yes, we are. So much
like
for an uptrend overall.
Let's see. Where I was just commenting on
that.
YM was near some big mini magnets. Okay, it went past those and back down. Okay. They're really good at being alert. Okay, did I just read this right? Apex Trader Funding is having a sale, another one?
Yeah, it's only on resets, Lori. It's half off on resets, all resets.
Or that message to you're amazing? Oh, but you are. We'll keep you.
Does it want a downtrend? Let's see here. Isn't much of a lower low, but it was lower. That was definitely a lower high with not a lot of steam behind it. So we'll see. Yeah. Getting signal after signal over here. I'm not sure if they're good, but they're getting there. All right. We have clear. Yeah, nope.
You don't hear a dog barking, you hear a bird kind of talking to himself. Good morning, Ian. How did you get in here? You don't have a name in your, you don't have a, yeah, I guess you do have a dash.
email.
Yeah, that was it did not have a TX on the 30 tick, no mini magnet or paw. So, and the cluster was not quite on the TX either. So it's not the best setup. It ended up going really well, but it's just an average setup there on YM. Yeah, CJ will be back. I have talked to him. I reached out to make sure he was okay. He's just taking some time off with family, holidays, that kind of stuff. So yeah, he's doing okay, doing well. I mean, no problems. Yeah, I was a little worried, so
Okay.
glad he checked his Skype.
Third bar sling. Potentially. No. No level. Okay. Let's take a quick refresher here and just make sure all my stuff is where it needs to be. Let's see here.
Yeah, we got YM and RTY both playing really close to settlement. Not loving that. Oh yeah, NQ is getting up there. So is ES. They're all by settlement. Wow. Okay.
That would have been the wrong direction. No? No, it wouldn't. Oh, but it would need to be a lower low. That's why. Okay.
Raymond, you may have too many days loaded, or you may have too many markets loaded for what your computer can handle. So one of the two. And what market are you talking about? 8 and 10. When the market moves really fast, like due to news or something, you just don't trade it. Stop orders. I always use limit orders. can't get bar range to load. Did you load the template? Just load the template. It's all set up correctly and it'll load. Reload the template. Lamb's trying to set up, but it's not there yet. Good. Yeah, Jake, you didn't miss anything.
Yeah, nobody's missing anything right now.
If RTY set up right now, that would be really sweet. No, it wouldn't, because you're going into settlement. Never mind. I liked the cluster on that ZOI. That really caught my eye, but never mind. It was going into settlement, which is not ideal. Matter if it's choppy, like one bar up, another down? Oh, heck yes, it matters. Now, if settlement wouldn't be there after all that big chop, that was just on YM. It was real tight chop. It's probably winding up to do something. So chart, how do you know when it's in the middle of chop or when it's at the end of chop? Well, that's why you wait for a perfect setup, because a perfect one will usually be at the end, but not always, and you just don't know, so best not to do it. If you look at RTY 30 tick, you have a little retrace, just one bar width, but with, it looks like no, it's not quite a TX. A mini magnet on settlement, a cluster on a ZOI, it looks like it's likely to go long, but that doesn't mean it won't chop and chop and chop before it does break long, but it looks like it's a little more likely to break long on RTY than it is short. It's not saying that's what it's going to do, but it'll do whatever the heck it wants to do. But that is what it's hinting at on the charts.
All right. Well, we've got a higher high. Let me make sure that's not. Yeah.
Like a, oh, it did, good, it did go up there. RTY just had a nice little intrabar scalp. It happened too fast to really call it very well or explain what was going on. Ron, you want to mark the 110603 bar on your in today's date so we can look at what
11.
Scalp on that one?
Did you say 1106?
No, I said.
Have we gotten there?
I meant 100603.
It's like do what you mean, not do what you...
Hear what I mean, not what I say.
I know. Okay, so 10:06, what is it, 10:06:03?
Yeah, 10:06:03. I think that's it. It might be 10. It might be the next bar, but either way, we'll get
And this is RTY, right?
RTY. Yep, that was a really good one, and to me,
Oh, wait, was I supposed to be recording that?
to this up to the mini magnet and then the 30 tick. You might make a note on that. 30 tick indicated possible long, so I had a little bit of a long bias on that.
So actually, we're still in that 30 tick, it looks like.
Uh-huh.
Okay.
It's going to that mini magnet. I mean, I protected kind of tight there. I just kind of got that one and done right off that, so that works. But it was just, I could not, there we go. Yay.
Okay, wait a minute. I'm out of post-it notes here. Hold on. So 10:06:03, you said. Okay.
What's the date today?
The 10th.
Where did the 10? I can't believe
We're in 2024, right? God, time is just flying.
Yeah, I think so. What did I say it was? 10:0.
The 10:06:03, or the bar after that, which would be... Well, the bar after that would be like almost 2 minutes later, 10:07:54, so...
All right.
So I wrote that down also.
Okay. Yeah, I got it.
Now we're chopping at that mini magnet. I would love to see on RTY, I would love to see a really good setup propelling us back up.
People trying to tempt me to get into NQ. Maybe. I really...
Anything.
I'm really trying to fight the frustration of...
Now it got to the mini
no
magnet,
trades.
but
I really kind of
on
thought...
the 30 tick.
Well, I didn't think anything. I was hoping today would be different. Hoping today would have a little bit more activity. And it might still, but... Okay, well, look at that.
And there's our breakout.
Pretty aggressive pullback. I'm going to keep going, maybe.
This on RTY, if this does not close short and do something well, I'm not taking it. I have a feeling, there we go. I have a feeling it's going to be almost an elevator type thing. Yeah.
Heading into some pretty aggressive levels here. So, not something I'd want to take a trade into, but maybe a trade off of, depending on what comes up. I gotta say, I am having a moment today where I've been reviewing all these different trades, and they're kind of mixing together, which is creating a little bit of confusion on what I'm looking for. I think I'm pretty rock solid, and I'm going to continue to kind of fight through it a little bit, but there's a little bit of a concern that I might not be as clear as I want or need to be.
Okay.
Yeah, that was RTY that I'm talking about. It's not RTY. I would not take this RTY Lorax. It's not quite a full Lorax, but I wouldn't want to touch it.
Sure, love a bounce off of these levels up here, though. That would be straight divergence. Well, it might not be, but there's a good chance it is. And they're aggressive. They're strong levels. Eh. Kind of needed to be a little up on one of these guys. Divergence.
No, I wouldn't. Wait a minute.
If it turns now.
10, 12. Yeah, going long. Yeah, that doesn't look too bad. I was watching. Very valid and very going back with the trend. I was happened to be watching RTY because it put in that. It started to put in a Lorax going short. Well, it's still kind of there on the 10, 13, 12 bar on RTY, but it felt like it was going to just go back up, and there was a mini magnet that was really bigger numbers, so I actually called the entry for the, I didn't really make it clear what I was calling though, and I apologize for that, but it was an intravar scalp, because it looked to me like it was going long instead of short.
And on that same bar, Lori, NQ actually put in just a huge bar on simplicity, which would be a setup bar for a long, for simplicity long. Once that bar closed, and it all happened at the same time. So
it looks to me like RTY 7 and 8. Let's see, that's at 16.5, so it would be 15.5 would be the entry.
15.5, okay.
It comes back down to grab it, because you get in there and then ride it up to 16.5. Actually, it'd be 16.4. like that it's setting up a Lorex here. Have to be right underneath
Hidden
these
divergence trade.
clusters.
Now you got an LRE set up on NQ to go long.
That is good.
It's LRE looks like it's going to fail.
Our scalp did not do well. Like, what exactly, Nikita? Sorry, I wasn't watching the chat. I was really watching these bars because we've had a couple good intrabar scalps. So, okay, if RTY put in a Lorex down here off this mini magnet, I would love to see that. Because I still expect it to take out that mini magnet at 1816.5. I would love a good setup to go up to it. Magnet is borderline big.
Yeah, we're in an NQ short. Not that I'm taking it, but we're in an NQ short.
Yeah, I was going to say they got a bigger mini magnet going short here, so it's going to go short before it goes long, unfortunately.
There's too many things in the way.
1839 looks pretty good, Jacob. It didn't at the time for me because it looked like it was going to take out that mini magnet, but it didn't do it, so you just never know. Kind of sandwiched between that ZOI and the Xbox, that cluster, so not bad. I just see Dash ask, good morning, Lori, what's a Lorex? It's a setup that is basically a no-brainer, which means it's in your face, usually, and it has a high percentage of winning. If it's not in your face, then the percentage likelihood drops. Yes, Leo, it is.
Order submitted.
All right.
It will, Vegas. It will give you just ultra confirmed and lots of them, hopefully.
Order
Still
canceled.
working the bugs out.
Trust me, nobody's more frustrated about this pace than I am. I'm trying to prove something here. Yeah, not into all of that.
Yeah, RTY. Sorry, I was not watching. Yes, I would have called that one. but I missed it. Doggone it. Pay attention, Lori. Did it skip you? Oh, okay, good. Then I feel better. Yeah, I called it. We just skipped us all.
Is that 5D trading that you're doing again, Lori? The telepathic thing?
Oh, man. Yeah, that's it.
Jacob, I just looked at CL right now and I saw that it's set up. Yeah, that's the one right now. That's a pretty good setup, actually.
Yeah, Grant, that's what happened. That's the ticket. Yep. I like it because the cluster was on the Xbox, which I really like, which also was on a paw that had got broken by the bar before it, but it's still at that level. And if you look back, you had two clusters at pretty much that same level. So that is important that it kind of acknowledged all that stuff and was ready to go. It had a lot of stuff in the way. So if you didn't like it, if you saw it and didn't like it because there's too much in the way, that you did nothing wrong. I mean, I would have taken it though myself. I really like where that cluster landed. I'm finding that's really, really key.
Did you look at this YM, Lori?
Yeah, but it right above settlement.
I mean, just the way it was setting up, just.
Ick and ick. Meaning the cluster was in the right place on that one, but on the YM, but it didn't have a star and it didn't have a mini magnet or a paw. So it had a couple things that it did not have. I'm not as big a fan on that one. And the settlement is right there. So, yuck. On the YM one at 10:29:59. Wow, it's that late already.
Is it settlement? Guess it is.
Yeah, the one on RTY that I liked so well, it did not have a mini magnet or a paw, but it had everything else, and that cluster lined up with several things. And it was in the Xbox. So I liked it. But the YM was just too close to settlement. My taste. Are you using aggregated data, Trampus? If you're using Rhythmic, you cannot use aggregated data. It will not print order prints correctly.
All right. That would have been.
Katie, that wasn't a valid TBS.
Trumpus, when you log into RTrader, it's a checkbox that you check.
Wait, okay. I was going to say the new low, but it wasn't going high off the new low. It was trying to go low off the new low from what I see. The video talking about the Lorex is in the Wealth Summit. You have to purchase those recordings. Right, Trampus, that would happen if you have aggregated quotes checked. Summit charts get all, well, the Wealth Summit
Order
get all
submitted.
the charts
All right.
the Thrive Summit does. I'm not
If
sure
we
what you're
go
asking there.
up, I feel pretty good.
Order filled.
YM is trying to set up, but the cluster's not in a good place. Wealth Summit and the Thrive all use the same charts. They're all the sniper charts. Nothing changes of any degree in there.
I need to hide that to protect it in case it does bounce
That
down.
YM, I would have wanted to see a mini magnet. I mean, it bounced off, it looks like perfectly off the yellow wall, but I want to see a mini magnet telling you it really is serious about going. Or the cluster being on the Xbox, which it's just floating, so I'm not a fan of that one.
Well, I was just told in the room that my mentor is not a fan of this trade.
All right, it teaches Lorex basically the basics, because we've learned more since then.
But that doesn't mean we
And
don't
when
have
we
some
get the
potential
indicator updated, we'll
Target
do another
filled.
webinar on it.
All right. 1 for 1 today. 936. Let me make a note of that.
Comes with the Wealth Summit, Eric. Lorex comes with Wealth Summit. Thrive does a lot to teach you how to read the charts.
I'm going to take a quick break. I'll be right back.
Prints in the charts and just what it's all telling you. I have to go through the sniper boot camp in order to understand what the terminology and what it is doing, what it's telling you. I've been going through it for a year. Oh, look at that YM. It's not set up completely, but I love where that cluster is. Be a paw or a magnet. Got a great cluster, TX on the 30. By the time you enter, you're past all the wall gobbledygook there.
All right. Now if I put them in the right ear. All right. All right, so the nice thing about this one is if I had been trailing, that would have been about the target. For whatever that's worth. It's worth nothing now because I haven't done it.
Asking questions is really a requirement. You really need to ask questions. Make sure you understand everything. Well, that didn't work well. It did not have the mini magnet or paw, but it sure had everything else. It is very confusing at first, but hang with it. It'll clear up.
I just need to remember that if it's super busy, I'm doing it wrong. See if it continues to respect this level, and it did not. Well, sort of.
nice one that I totally missed.
That's not in the right movement. Okay. Let's see here. Let's see if it respects it on this side. And if I want to take something here, I would actually need it to get a little closer to that yellow bar. Wouldn't have to necessarily quite get there or even break that bar high, but it would have to get there and then bounce. See, now here, nope. Keep getting all these spammy calls. I've decided to just answer them and let them sit there for a little bit. And this one in particular, I've already told them to take me off their list, but I don't think they're subject to the FTC, so it doesn't matter to them, even though it shows a U.S. number. All right, what have we got here? Okay, we're now making a new higher high. So what does that do to the dynamics? Well, I gotta say, it did feel good to get in one, win it, and of course that just encourages me to want to get into another one. So I have to make sure that I only get in for the right reasons.
Ouch! Not just going through a psych level on ES, but using the wrong stop. You need to either follow the system rules or why trade it.
if this bar breaks down here and then comes back up, depending on what everything else looks like up there.
Settlement, trying to put in a Lorex.
That could be valid. And, you know, since that's what I'm looking at, that would be... yeah. So it would have to be the cluster. I mean, I could do it down here, in theory. That would put me right at the wall for profit. I'd probably have to scale back a tick, but bounce off of that. That could give it some momentum. Remember, just talking through my thought process as I go through this. And if we get the box, we would need the yellow cluster bar too. Yeah. Now, you know what? I wouldn't want to take the trade. I wouldn't want to enter the trade right there on that line. So that wouldn't be good. Although that was a heck of a push. Let's see what happens.
Travis, go through the frequently asked questions on Apex Trader Funding site. I'm sure it must be in there.
Okay, that could be a sign of the end of the momentum.
Order submitted.
But let's see if I just need to close it right quick. Nope.
Order canceled.
Momentum still didn't look great, so I have an option to do it here. I'd have to take my profit a tick early. But let's see. That would save me from having to take profit a tick early if we got in here. If it still continued to do this, but it looks like that's building up some steam. Not enough yet to keep me out, but nope. All right, that's a different trade altogether. Don't want to jump into that line right there.
Williams going right through settlement. Personally, I don't like it. There's no cluster there either.
Tried to drop a signal, but some missing pieces of the puzzle. No yellow bar, no diamond or X. Not quite to one of the levels. This one would have done, this one would have done, but right in the middle, not so much. I don't think this has enough momentum to push it through. And there's settlement, so no, thank you.
bit to have the price centered. Then your whole chart jumps, though.
There's a lot of action going on over here on ES.
Jacob, that would be a question for the ETF
Not
help desk.
anything that I'm interested in. All right.
Crash on RTY, or almost crash. It's got a little bit of space in between it with clusters right there. I would love to see a setup right here going short. Not quite doing it. It's got a TX, but that's all. I want lots of confirmations, although it may come a little later. It did that yesterday. The last trade I called, going short, was a bounce off the level of the crash, which it did end up hitting my profit level.
It
Trying to set up in
does look like it's
RTY.
steam,
Still needs some parts and pieces.
but a little too choppy for me to be interested in.
Yeah, not gonna do it. No, you are not wrong as a beginner to only be trading sniper. That's exactly what you need to do. Learn the basics, and then once you've got them, then move on to the more advanced things.
Something here. Oh, yeah, that's still today. Yeah. Okay. She kept saying settlement. That's not settlement. Settlement should be a straight line. Oh, look at all that. In fact, where the heck are my deviation levels? Maybe settlement is right there. I don't have my deviation levels. Something has happened to my chart. Crud. Okay. Shoot. See, settlement's over here. Why am I not seeing my deviation levels on here? Well, let's have us a look-see here. Well, they should be showing, so I'll just have to reload the charts after I'm done today. Let's say, tech issues. I don't usually have a lot of tech issues. Well, I had a lot of tech issues the last few days.
I only do it on a 10-tick grant. That's all I've watched to this point. Because really, when you think about it, a 10-tick intra-bar scalp is a very small anticipated move. So you'd need to use the information off the smaller bar. Although today the one I had, I had the bias of going long based on the read off the 30 tick. Oh, look at that little cluster ZOI sandwich forming on RTY. Wow. There's something going on there.
Right. Picking up a little steam. Let's see if we get a usable retrace here. That is not a usable retrace as it is. Nor is that yet. A bounce off of here would be good, potentially. I think that would still keep my levels clear, but no, there she goes. All right. Might have built up a little momentum, maybe. Yeah, we're in chop now for a minute.
Trampus, no. An R trader, market data, let's see. Only one R trader with market data off and Ninja without plugin mode is the latest that they're telling you for
Wait, what was that, Lori? Can you say that again?
oh, I just lost where that went. Okay, hang on a minute. There's the connection guide. One R trader only with market data off and Ninja without plugin mode is what they're recommending right now.
Oh, okay. So the 2 logins are no longer necessary?
If you're not having problems with them, I wouldn't change what you're doing, but this is the connection. I posted the link with the connection guide up there. I would put in a help ticket with the ATF website. ATF, Trampus. Apex Trader Funding, not
There we
Apex
go.
Investing.
Unless we're out of there. Still not looking at anything that looks like it's tradable. I got some chop over here in ES. So, not a lot of love there either.
On that's my parrot talking to himself.
This is not one that I want to take, but would 100% love to see it bounce back down to this line and shoot up.
I am is trying to set up here. Florex with everything on it, all the toppings, and the cluster is at enough, Scarlett. The cluster is at a mini magnet, and the take profit is
Through a wall. Yeah.
15, so you have to get through that wall.
Now, if we want to retrace, shoot, now I have a new obstruction. Never mind.
Literally, it's hesitating at the wall. TY is missing a TX on the 30, doesn't have one. AM is really struggling at that wall. Come on, go, go, go.
Oh, man.
Dive her down. Come on, go, go, go. YM. So close. Came within 2 ticks of taking profit several times. Bad thing to put it. It keeps going to that wall. Putting the take profit at the wall is not a bad idea. I'm waiting it out. Come on, get down there. There we go.
Now. Oh, for crying out loud.
Runner protecting the scalp, but it is going. Not bad. Double scalp on that one. just got the scalp. It ended up taking out my stop, which I protected my scalp, so. Looks to me like it should go down to those double mini magnets at about, what is it, 03-ish? Oh, something like that. Go, it hit them.
I kind of want to look at this one for this scalp, but that guy right there is in the way. So I'm going to stay out, even if it gives me the rest of the signal. Which would be the little blue bar here and either a pink or white coming off at the top of the wick, but that didn't happen. Now, we've cleared up a lot of the obstruction. Yeah, see, neither of these would have been valid for me. They didn't meet all the criteria. Talking about those. Okay. Lower high. Lower low. Let's see if this ends up meaning anything. Barely a lower low. Another lower high. Lower low. Kind of seems like it's losing steam. Not enough to. Need a cluster for that. I'm trying to push it up with my mouse. Clearly that doesn't work. But if it comes back up here, I'll have a little bit more information that I can work with that might be of interest or value. Like if it comes back up here, it could bounce off of that and be an interesting possibility, depending on what that volume looks like. But from right here, of course, that would get me out before this wall. Which did we decide that was the one that was settlement? Shit. All right. Well, that's what happens when you have gaps in your information, I suppose. To gather up some steam, but I just don't want to try to push it into that. If it goes up here, bounces off that, that'll give it some extra strength, and that'll put my exit just before the blue line. Something. Let's get to just confirm. So, painting the pink line if it goes... No, never mind. In theory, I could do it off of this one. Now, it's not a higher high, but just barely. But I need some things to happen that it does not look like it's going to happen. I need the red box. I need the blue. I need it to paint either a pink or an orange bar at the wick, which it doesn't look like it's going to do any of those, at least at the moment. Nope. Yeah, we've got a higher high now.
Ice levels will vary if your charts are not set to Eastern Time. So that's one thing to check. If your computer is set to Eastern Time, they'll match.
Alright, so apparently there's additional issues with not having your computer on Eastern Time, so I guess I better fix that. I changed it because of it was messing with my calendar, so I just closed my calendar on here and hopefully it won't mess with me here. Okay. I guess my chart didn't like that change. Probably won't change until I close everything out. So I might have some sketchy information. And there you go. high, lower low.
Seems to be very much a test your patience day.
There's a couple of things saying maybe.
Order filled.
Shoot. You know, I didn't wait for it to confirm everything, so this is a bad trade. So if I can get out of this at a tick or something, I'll do it. Dang it. That was a whole my bad scenario here. I am above that bar, but I don't want to sit here through a fight.
Order filled.
All right. Yeah, see, it would have eventually gone, but dang it. You know what? Recognizing you're in a bad trade. I'm happy to take the wiser move on that one. Picked up a tick, but whatever. It's a dirty tick. I'm going to take a minute to walk away after that. I'll be right back. Oh, dude. Almost knocking stuff over here. All right. Let's get my ears back in. There were so many damn things wrong with it. Oh no, it was up here. Ah, you know what? No, still wasn't valid, but it was close. Wait a minute, where the heck did I get in? Oh, here we go. No, yeah, that was rock solid. Dang it. Okay. Yeah, live and learn. All right. Ugh. Well, this is just a whole lot of something.
So look at that ZOI crash on YM right at settlement. It's constantly been playing around settlement, keeps going back and back and back, and now it laid a ZOI crash. There is a level there it just really likes on YM. Now, if YM was to put a cluster on the Xbox, and which is also inside that crash, and printed a full Lorex, that would be awesome right here in YM. Anything less than that, forget about it. That cluster up, YM. Oh, it is. Not giving a TX, not giving a mini magnet, not giving a paw, no absorption X, clusters in the wrong place, just teasing.
So I guess this is my missing settlement bar. Or close to it. That settlement. Oh, yes. Why is it not showing over here? We'll address that later.
I would love to see YM set up here, bouncing off this ZOI crash. Short. Really that inclined to do it, but
Well, if we get something painted off of the wick, we got an entry. The top wick. Come on. See, now it's just teasing me.
put that cluster up higher and get that mini magnet on the other end.
Nope.
Right, nothing. we're trying to set up at the same time. Our RTY has tons of levels to get through there. Not loving that with the take profit on the other side when it wasn't the best setup. See you tomorrow, Corey. I'm right behind you. Get up here very shortly.
Potential. I would need to get out a tick early, but that's okay. I'm getting close. Box to show. It'll be a red box. box. I need the red box. Nope. No box, no trade. I need one of those yellow bars to make this a possibility. Yeah, I don't think so. Don't think so. Ten minutes. I'm not sure we got to look at anything in 10 minutes.
Y's looking kind of pretty. Not all there yet. Does not have ATX on the 30, and it does not have OPR or absorption X. It didn't set up, so we don't have to worry about it, but I tend to want, if it was going to try to go through that deviation, you see how it chopped a lot just before that, so maybe it's due to go through, except it never did finish setting up, so not something we have to worry about. Yeah, to get through those levels, it would have had to be perfect, except nothing less than perfect on that.
I don't think we have any steam here.
Nothing on RTY. Nothing in my read tells me it's got any intention of anything.
Okay, everybody, I'm going to take off. It's noon, and got pretty much nothing going on here, so I don't have any.
Any podcasts today?
No. Unless, I don't know, Michelle's been trying to get online. I guess she's having some issues. And Ben had to go take care of some stuff, and I have to go take care of some stuff myself, so...
Okay.
Yeah, I don't think I'll be able to have a podcast. Maybe I'll have something recorded and post it later, but I'm not sure.
I mean, there's not much today worthy of a podcast.
That too.
One of these days, we had to sit down and go through the timestamps we've got for
All right.
the
3 minutes to noon.
intra-bar.
The intra-bar stuff.
There's nothing
Yep.
that's going to be
Make of those.
of really any interest
Thanks,
here.
Grant.
So
Appreciate that.
I am going to go ahead
Dash,
and wrap it up.
it's,
I am going to clean up, reload
let me
all
get
of
you the
my
link.
charts to make sure that everything that's supposed to be on there is showing up on there. Make sure that my time frames are correct. And go through the recap on the 2 trades that I took. One was good, I believe, and just went. The other one was good, would have went, but I kind of freaked out and got out. So all told, I'm green. 10 ticks today.
Yeah, so let me see.
Better than yesterday, and hopefully not as good as tomorrow. Anyway, I hope you guys enjoy the rest of your afternoon. Hopefully you guys, if you're trading, are green today as well.
Was there something
And,
yesterday
I wish
that
you guys
needed
the
to
best
be?
until we see you tomorrow. Love you guys. God bless.
I've got